It's time for Speak That Shit, your #1 online podcast. Zobo 69.
Wait till he get to prison. He finna get some damn booty right there down in Falkenberg jail. It wasn't that the man allowed, the man was scared. Back in the slavery days, they used to make example out of the black man in front of their wife. What they call them, buster, bomb, whatever they call it.
Absolutely.
Butt breaker, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So the man was afraid of just that they already they disrespected the man in front of his wife. So some of the wives like, you know what? You let this man go up in your ass. What the hell should I respect you? That's how it happened.
That is not true.
You know what I'm saying? Lift me up. Get behind me and hold me up. Be my assistant, man.
You want her behind you? Bend you over?
You just as gay as the fuck you want to do. I know it. When you
So get in where you fit in. This is the only online talk show that we talk about any and everything. There's nothing off limit. So come join us. Get ready for the ride.
What's up? What's up? Welcome to Speak That Shit. I am your host, Zobo 69. What it do? What it do? Hey, what it do? Okay, yeah, a lot of things been going on. A lot of things been going on this week, you know what I'm saying, with the world. So, you know, we're going to be concentrating on that. But the day topic, y'all going to see what the day topic is when we play it in a few minutes. But KCE TV has launched. So go download the app, KCE TV app. Go download the app. Because pretty soon, this show will be streaming live on the app. So go download the app. You can download on any mobile or TV device. Any mobile TV device, you can download it. If you can't download it, then you fill out the contact information, send me a message. I send it to support and they get it right, okay? The thing about I forgot to send them to write up the scroll at the bottom. So I would do that next week. It's just been a busy week for me. We don't got no wrestling going on this weekend. I'm trying to figure out what we got going on this weekend, but we got the Chuckle Bus. The Chuckle Bus thing is going to happen. If you're in the Riverview area or want to come to the Riverview area, it's with the joke joint, and we're going to be do comedy on a party bus. So yeah, it's a party bus with comedy on a party bus. So what we're going to do, we're going to ride you around. We're going to be telling jokes, might be karaoke, might be all kind of stuff we got going on there, but we're going to ride you around and, you know what I'm saying, take you to a destination. It might be a bar. You go in the bar, you have fun, take you a couple of drinks, this and that, and come back and we're going to take you home. So guess what? Ain't no DUIs because you riding with us. We doing the riding. You right at home. It's going to be in the Riverview area, so you're right at home. 10, 15 minutes away from wherever you stay at. So you're right at home. So that's going to be happening. And another thing that's happening is, if I can find it, where did I put it? I lose everything.
damn sure do.
Shut up. Boom. The bruh code. The bruh code. It's supposed to come out November 14th, but it came early. So this is a sample book. This is just sample right now. So you can go to Amazon and order your bruh code. Order the bruh code. It's not the bro code. The bro code is for immature motherfucker. The bruh code is for mature. This is how you're supposed to act. The bruh code. Go ahead and order your book. The bruh code right there. Go ahead and order your bruh code. All right. I'd like to introduce you to my co-host. Hootie.
What's going on, Zobo?
What's up?
God damn it. Boy, you got it going on. Boy, I'm so proud of you. I don't know what to do.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? You put us slow people on the map, boy. You don't even know how to spell brother. But they just took it and said,
I spelled it right. BRUH.
If you're to shut the hell up and let me finish saying what the hell I got to goddamn say, that's the bullshit now. That's the bullshit I be talking about right there.
Now, you said it's gonna be nice. See how you came out the character. You've been on there for 2 minutes now.
Yes. This is Pastor Hootie. You know, I just want to say something, if I may. Give me a couple.
Congratulations to Zobo on another win. It only took 4 minutes and 44 seconds to get him out of character zone. There we go. All right. And look at that. It only took me 14 seconds to get him back out of character.
Listen. So turn around. I'm going to tell you something, man. See, people, the year of 2025 is the year of truth. Everybody talking about they real, they this, they that. They go, okay, hey, what's up, bro? What's up this? What's up that? How the hell you gonna call a motherfucker brother and you ain't trying to join the movement, which is unity? If you my brother supports me. We got to support each other. You know what I'm saying? Each other ideas and you know what I'm saying? To go ahead and push them forward and motivate each other. That's what it's about, peoples. But I'm sorry. This is Pastor Hootie, and I have more later on in the show. Mm-hmm.
All right, that's Hootie. We got a special guest coming on. I met this guy doing comedy way back when I first started the comedy. And one thing about him, he gonna say what he gonna say, he gonna mean what he gonna mean. He don't back down, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, while we're doing comedy, I don't really get in, you know, if you know me down here, if you know me anywhere, I don't really, you know, be in tune with too many comedians, you know what I'm saying? I mean, if right now, it's been over 10 years, and it's been 10 years, I think. Yeah, it's been 10 years. If I'm still talking to you after 10 years, that means I respect you. So I want to bring in Mr. Patrick Welch.
What's up, Zobo?
What's going on with you?
Am I too loud, too low? What do I need to adjust?
Sounds all right to me. What about y'all?
Sound fantastic to me.
Cool. This your co-host is Hootie Who?
Yeah, that's
Who.
There you go. There you go.
So I've been about the same as you, man. It's been like 10 years, I believe.
Yeah, about 10 years. It's been 10 years.
Yeah, I don't really talk to that many comics either, man.
Yeah. And that's what I said. That's why I said, I mean, you know, I think we met at a show in Lakeland. Walter says he eating again. Yeah, she home. She there now, so he's eating again. That's why he's eating. She's home. Last week he wasn't eating. He looked sad, remember?
Yeah, Pastor Hootie.
Okay.
Huh?
All right, hey, but before we get into what we're gonna talk about, DC, play the first video so we can give the audience a chance what we're gonna be talking about in 8 o'clock. All right, I'm gonna read this to y'all for the ones that's listening. It say 9 of the 6. Oh, I lost that one. Father losing their children every day. Okay, I think I'm gonna start it over. Okay, it said 90% of all custody battles end in favor of the mother. It's 99% in Florida. But anyway, father losing their children every day. You got a man looking out the window, you know, lonely. The father becomes financially ruined. You got a man, you know, he think about that. But the mothers don't want to discuss that. You got the bitch, I mean, they got the mother sitting up there, she happy. And the children then suffer the most. You got 2 kids hugging and they miss their daddy. So this is what we're going to talk about 8 o'clock. So, you know what I'm saying? So right now, you know how we do it the first 30 minutes. Next week, we're going to have the first 30 minutes going to be the Hootie Who segment. So we're going to give him his own segment so he can talk about whatever the hell he want to talk about. As long as DC put up that disclaimer right there. BFAM 109.6 does not support any Hootie Who comments or programs he tries to run ever legally. So we got to put
Did he put up my disclaimer? Huh?
Yeah,
take both right of now. His lips, both of them. Start back in Detroit, some goddamn where duck his head, right, and run fast as he can until it stop in the middle of somebody's ass. Mm-hmm.
Hey Patrick, let's talk. Tell them what you got going on and all that. You know,
dude, my life's been crazy, man. I feel like there we go. That feels. Can y'all still hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just making sure. I'm trying to get my audio levels set up. Do you want to get into my craziness like right away? I don't know what you want to.
Well, no, we're gonna do that 8 o'clock. Yeah, we're gonna do that 8 o'clock because hey, I've been watching this story. He got some stories, and I'm gonna be honest with you. You know what I'm saying? I've been down that road, bro, and that's what I say. So I understand. Hector is here, Hootie.
Well, I'll give you a little preview. I was on house arrest for a while. I lived with a friend for about a year, and about a week ago, I just got my own house again. I'm one of the people that got financially ruined in the state of Florida. My story's crazy. Literally, like I don't know anybody that's experienced anything like I have.
Everybody has their own story, bro.
Oh, you wait. It's yeah, it's not the normal divorce and court situation. It's almost like the Pasco County government had like a vendetta against me.
Mm.
Mm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Yeah. So you know
Well,
what I'm saying?
let me read that. Hold on. Let me read the comments. Hector said, "Hey, baby, you're a pastor for real?"
Yes, I am a pastor, and I'm gonna preach you back to getting over the fence. Okay. Yes, I am. Any more questions? Go ahead, Zoe.
Walter said, "Here we go."
Mr. Welch, out of the experience and what you went through and what you've been going through, I mean, at the end of the day, how did you get through?
How did I get through?
Damn. Yeah.
I don't know, man. If you want to know the truth, like I got saved like 20 something years ago. And after that, honestly, like my fear, my worry, it literally went away. And my thoughts on Jesus Cristo and that have changed throughout the years, but I still have like a faith and like a confidence and whatnot. And plus, I also had children. Like for real, I literally lived for my children the past couple of years. That's really what got me through it. I said, if I didn't have kids, like I don't think I would have been able to get through it. But then again, if I didn't have kids, it probably wouldn't have bothered me as much what I experienced with my ex. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Yeah, and plus I don't know, man. I like I don't know. I'm kind of stoic. Like Zobo's been around me. I mean, I can get angry and but for the most part, I'm trying to be even keel in life. You know what I'm saying? Like try not to overreact to anything, to the highs and the lows. Like just try to kind of be steady. And
so basically what you're saying is that you know, you're living for generational wealth, and you got to believe in yourself if anybody else gonna believe in you too, and keep it moving no matter how hard it gets.
well, for sure, and you all know, man, you've lived long enough. Like there's not that many people really in your corner in life. I know a lot of people think that, but when push comes to shove and you really need somebody, you find out who your true friends are. And I have a handful, which I'm thankful for, but yeah, I know that they come and go, and Zobo knows, especially in the comedy world, man. Like it's hard to be friends with comedians. It's very weird. Like I've met some good friends in the comedy world, but it's like Zobo, you've been doing it for 10 years, man. Like, so do you know Doug Stanhope?
No, I don't really remember.
Okay, so Doug Stanhope's been doing comedy for like 40 years. He's I can't even explain him. He's like a George Carlin-esque type person. Was seriously one of the greats. And I finally met him the other night, and I told him, I said, "Hey, man, you're one of the reasons I started doing comedy." And he goes, "Do you hate it as much as I do?" And it made me laugh because I totally got it, because I do.
Yeah,
like, it sucks. Like I kind of wish I never even started comedy. It totally changed how I look at it, how I feel. I don't get to appreciate it as much. You get to appreciate good comedy, I feel like, but don't you feel like joining the comedy world changed your view of comedy? Like,
yeah, because you see the real world, you see the real people, you see the behind the scenes, you see the politics, you see all kind of bullshit going on.
it's definitely not a meritocracy. It's not even close, man. I mean, if anybody has Netflix, they know that. If you watch Netflix specials, I don't know how anybody does, but
I don't know.
But yeah, and it's the gatekeepers and just how people act and just everything. And the actual really funny people, some of the funniest people I ever saw quit doing comedy.
Yeah, they quit. They don't do it as much. They don't do it because the thing about it, if you ain't kissing this person's ass, you ain't kissing this person's ass, you can't get on. And I'm talking about, you got motherfuckers from not even from your city, they from somewhere else, and they like, hey, you got to go through this person. You got to go. Why the fuck I got to go through this person? You the fucking booker. So you don't need it. You know what? Don't even worry about it.
Yeah, I'm still trying to be in the world, but I burnt so many bridges, man. Especially so, like I would meet people in person, become really friendly. And then they would see what I would share online, and I get labeled a Nazi, MAGA. I hate the government. Like I despise the government. I have so much I literally hate the government, probably more than anybody I've ever met in my life. And yet people will align me with, I love, like some days I've been called in the same like discussion, a libtard and a maggot, or you know what I'm saying? Or like a Trump tard. Like I've gotten labeled like both ways. That's the thing. Like I hate them all. So when I started doing comedy, I'd be friendly with people, and then they would see my online stuff, and then they would be assholes to me online. It was so weird, man. In person, they were cool. Online, they would be snippy and give little snide remarks, and I'm like, well, that's weird because you don't do that stuff. Whatever I say online, I'll say to your face. Like I would not say anything online that I would never say to somebody's face. And it got to the point during the coronavirus, I didn't go along with any of the stuff. I mean, if you see I'm wearing a shirt that says identify as vaccinated, which I love wearing the shirt because it depends on what you think. If you think so, some people think I'm wearing this because I am vaccinated. Other people think I'm wearing it because I'm not vaccinated. And it's actually because I'm not vaccinated, because you really can't identify as something. So it's making fun of the trans thing. And, you know, so I love it. I was up in Delaware, and Delaware is pretty blue. I saw more Kamala Biden signs up there a couple years ago than I saw anywhere else. It was funny walk along. So many of those people were like, me too. Yeah. They were all so excited thinking that I was vaccinated like them. But I was really outspoken during the coronavirus. I mean, if you saw my stuff, I was seriously like, I spoke out. I did a daily talk show Monday through Friday. I had a talk show for like 4 years. It's the I'm Not Right Network. You can still find old episodes and whatnot. I'm Not Right Network. Because so many people were calling me right wing and all this stuff. And I'm like, I'm not. So I'm like, I'm going to make a show called I'm Not Right. And it could have many connotations. I'm not right in the head. I'm not right wing. You know, I'm not right with my opinions. And so during the coronavirus stuff, man, I knew that vaccine wasn't what they said because it wasn't a vaccine. Like, I don't want to do like a science discussion here and whatnot, but hey, just so you all know, it's not a vaccine. It's called an mRNA shot. And literally what it does, it makes your body create the very thing it's supposed to fight against. I don't know if y'all know that's what the mRNA shots do. So it would make your body create the spike protein. That's the thing on the coronavirus that supposedly infects you. And your body's supposed to learn to fight against that. They're getting ready to make these mRNA cancer shots. So people are going to be taking shots. They're going to create basically like a little fragment of cancer in their body, and their body's supposed to learn to fight against. There ain't no fucking way. I seriously don't take that stuff, ladies and gentlemen. If you want to put up a disclaimer for me, you can do that. Zobo does not endorse any remarks.
We talked about this about 2 months ago about the about the virus thing. So DC, the owner of the radio, he got one of these devices that, you know, when they try to cut us off, he blocks it. So they kept trying to cut us off. He kept blocking it. You know what I'm saying? So
what's the thing? So I was on Twitch. So I was on Twitch for multiple years, and Twitch it's really lefty. I mean, it's owned by Amazon, and like one of their moderators identifies as a deer. You know what I'm saying? That's what kind of, so I had to speak very carefully when I did my show. I would share truths, but I would also say stuff like, I would say things, I don't know, I wasn't there, this is what I read. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if it's absolute truth, even though in my heart I believed it. And so, yeah, I was able to navigate through that for a while. But I lost, dude, so many people in the comedy world, because you know most comedians got the shot, right? And they went along with everything. There were some comedians that were complaining about crowds, people being out and about for no reason as they were doing comedy shows. And I called them out for being hypocrites, and they were like, "We got to work." And it's like, yeah, people have to live. You know what I'm saying? It was so weird. Like, I'll never forget that. I will talk about the coronavirus madness the rest of my fucking life. Honestly,
well, I shot a movie in the heart of the coronavirus, so that show you what I thought about it.
My thing is, Mr. Welch, I really appreciate you coming on the show. We really do, because
you're trying to sound like you damn educated.
Excuse me, sir. I'm Pastor Hootie. Thank you, sir. But Mr. Welch, from here on out, I know they say disclaimers, so they're used to me. I'm gonna break something down. I'm gonna explain something to them.
Okay, hold on, Pastor Hootie. Hold on, Pastor Hootie. Let me read these two comments first. Hector said, he asked me a question. He said, "What did you do to my man, Zobo 69? He's acting like me. Where's my rough man? He wants you to be his roughneck."
No,
you're too calm now. Then he said, "This is a terrible change." Okay.
See, Mr. Welch, see how the Lord does things. You know, see how the Lord does things. I'm gonna pray.
You gotta stop playing with God.
I'm not playing with God. See how the Lord does things. I'm serious. I'm going somewhere with this.
Okay.
You done went through hell. You done went through this. You done went through that, right? So basically, I'm gonna ask both of y'all a question. Start with you, Zobo. You're the leader of your household, right? You laying in the bed, sleep one night, and
hate to say leaving this sucks.
Well, hold on, brother. We have to do the prayer sermon, and that way we can see if we can get you back over the fence, brother. We're gonna get a ladder. But to say this though, you laying in the bed 1 o'clock in the morning. You got 4-bedroom house. Got the grandkids in the room, your wife in the room with you. You got the rest of your family in there, but all the rooms full, right? You wake up, everybody in there knocked out sleep. You the leader of that family. Now you smell the smoke, but you don't see any flames. What's the first thing you're gonna do after you wake everybody up?
If I smell the smoke?
No, I'm saying once you wake everybody up, what's the first thing you're gonna do?
You say if I smell smoke, right?
Yes.
If I smell smoke, I'm gonna get everybody out the fucking house.
But what's the first thing? Well, once you get everybody up, what are you gonna do?
After I get them out the house?
After you wake them up, you in your pajamas, you waking everybody.
If the house is on fire, if I smell smoke, I'm getting everybody out the house, then I'm calling 911.
Okay, the place I'm going is that you're the leader of that household.
Yeah.
So the first thing you're gonna do is find a way to safety and to find a way out and let everybody follow you.
Why I'm gonna be safe? I'm getting didn't I just say I'm gonna get them out the house? Ain't that safety?
Pastor, hold on. Lord, please, Jesus, I'm trying my
I mean, you can be a pastor, but you still slow. You like a slow ass pastor. Ain't that what I'm doing if I take him out the house?
No, you missed my point. You Mr. Welch. I'm tired. We argued for the last 50 years in boom boom class.
You want me to answer the same question? See, I wouldn't even wake my family up. I would try to identify where the smoke's coming from first. I would not wake up a bunch of kids and whatnot.
Well, but once you identify the threat and the problem, and you realize it's a problem and that you can't solve, and you wake everybody up, what's the first thing you're gonna do?
If there's a fire, I'm probably gonna find the marshmallows.
You got one word right. Where I was going with that was the leader, everybody follows the leader of the household, right? Now, the reason I say that, keep that in the back of your mind now. You know, you were saying that about your shirt, how you don't identify this and don't identify that, right? Now, if everybody's complaining about my president did this and did that, did this and did that, right? And they claim he got away with it. So if your leader gets away with it, why wouldn't you follow and do what he do?
Because you reap what you sow. You could follow anybody. You could follow anything. If somebody do wrong, if they want you, they're gonna come get you. Look at this Epstein file. The files, and they looking for his files and looking for his file, looking for a file. So guess what? If they were following the leader to this and to that, years after Epstein dead, they look at them files. Guess what? They finna pull your ass in now.
He's talking about the presidents, right? I thought he was talking about drone bombing. I can't drone bomb anybody
Trump
and Obama did.
No. We're talking about my president, and they give me a hard time about it all the time. All the time they give me a hard time about it. Right?
Are you a Trump fan?
Yeah.
I'm a Trump fan.
Bucks fan. Hold on. Fanica Bucks fan said it's Welsh like the juice.
That's a friend of mine.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
are you a Trump?
He's Trump got his hand up hoot his ass, and he can do anything.
Let me tell you, Mr. Welch, how long you known him?
I've known Zobo. It's been about 10 years, probably.
About 10 years.
Okay, well, listen, I've known him about 50, and our whole life here. That's why they got him on medicine. He goes in and out. He got like 5 different personalities. And right now, he was just talking to Hector, so the kind of sweetness came out of him. He'll come back. Don't worry about it. But where I was trying to get at it is that me, myself, you know what I'm saying? I was no good motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Still is, but I'm learning. You feel what I'm talking about? And what I'm trying to say is, and this to all the people, I want all y'all to listen. If you depend on yourself, you ain't got to worry about nothing. Everybody mad about these food stamps and about this and about that. He ain't got no control over that. The Democrats the one got y'all ain't getting no food stamps because they want to give you that Obamacare. Educate yourself.
It's both.
Yeah, if you know, and then myself and how I you know, bounce back is because comedy, you know what I'm saying, got me to where I take the situation that I get mad about and lash out about, and I turn right back around and look at the positive of it. So it took me a while, but I started staying away from the negative, and with the help of Mr. Zobo 69, you know, people wouldn't understand why I say he my counselor. You feel what I'm saying? Because when you got a good heart, you know good people, you keep good people around you. You feel what I'm saying? And that's what, like, a lot of people, they need to just educate themselves.
So you tell people I'm your counselor? You ain't pay your co-payment for the last 10 times I done came and talked to you. What's up?
Damn.
Yeah.
What I did.
You do. I bet you wish you had Obamacare now, right?
No, because it's too high. It's too high. It's too motherfucking high.
You're right about that. You're right though.
Tell me what underprivileged, we're gonna say underprivileged, not we're gonna say poor person can afford Obamacare.
Can I tell you something about Obamacare that I never really hear anybody talk about? So prior to Obamacare, 40 hours a week was full-time as an employee, and they offered you an employer-sponsored healthcare insurance. After Obamacare, they made full-time 30 hours a week, basically. So at 30 hours a week, they had to offer, the employers had to offer their employees health insurance at 30 hours a week. So the response of the employers was to hire people at 29 hours a week. That's why so many people work 2 jobs now. I'm sure you all know a lot of people. I know a lot of people. I work at a job. I can't work more than 30 hours in a week. They won't allow us. Like that's what's interesting. Like, they don't talk about that. That's something that's really affected so many of us, man. And it's made life way harder. And they want to brag about Obamacare's given all, like Bill Maher. I don't know, you know Bill Maher, right? A real time the other night, he was shocked because he thought the premiums for Obama were like made insurance cheaper. Like he didn't believe, and there was a Republican and a Democrat on there both saying no, it made it way more expensive for most people. And he was shocked. He was like, what? Like, because the average person, because we're lied to about everything, man. Just they keep repeating these lies, and then people just go out there and repeat them and believe them. It's
but
the same thing I was telling you, Hootie. I remember I was telling you that a couple of weeks ago.
But you know what? And by the way, everybody go out and catch Green Ridge Untold Truth. You know what I'm saying? And that, if we just started shooting that, and just from started shooting that, I sit back now. And I sit back, and God gave me 2 ears and 1 mouth to do twice as much listening as I do speaking. So as I sit and listen, and then I go home and meditate on it, and I'm like, damn, everybody, all the masses is follow the leader. Oh yeah. Oh,
he said that's what you got at your house now.
he know her person. I'm sorry, Mr. Wills. I'm sorry. They took me out of character. He betted me, and I just lost.
I don't know what kind of show this is, but would you do her?
Yeah, he will.
Okay, I would too. I don't discriminate.
Listen. I want everything y'all don't want. Y'all want these old. Yeah, I want everything y'all don't want. You feel what I'm saying? Seriously. And these 2 guys, and I'm speaking and put your disclaimer up. I'm talking about your ass.
Wrap it up. We got 1 minute. Wrap it up.
Haters. Wrap it up. Oh.
Well, anyway, he done paused. He I don't know what's going on with him. He done watch the little person, and I mean, she need to weigh a little bit more for him. She's really kind of small for him. He like him at least 200, 220 or above. Yes, you do. So, but we're gonna end this segment right here, and then we're gonna come back with right or wrong. This is the segment where we look at a video and we give each of us will give y'all our opinion, and we'll say if we think the person is right or wrong. Okay, take 30 seconds, minute. We'll be right back.
Yep. 3, 2, 1, go. I said what I meant, and I meant when I said it. I ain't even
When the system locks in, Azardi breaks you out.
24/7, fast, discreet, no judgment, just results. Whether it's your first call or your last hope, Bizarre Bell's Bonds moves with urgency and respect because freedom shouldn't wait, and neither should you.
To this episode of Right or Wrong. This is where we'll show you a video and we will decide if the person is right or the person is wrong, because sometimes you can be right and other people would think you're wrong, or you can be right or wrong at the same time. Who's the judge? Well, we're the judge because it's our show and we're showing it, so our opinion is the only opinion that matters. Stay tuned for this episode of Right or Wrong. Right or Wrong. Right or Wrong is Right or Wrong sponsored by Bizarre Bell's Bondsman. Bizarre Bell's Bonds. If you're in trouble, your loved one is in trouble, count on Bizarre Bell's Bonds. Give them a call. They're on Scott Street. Give them a call. They're going to get you out quick, fast, in a hurry. So, sometimes, you get arrested and they give you a bond, but when you go to that damn court, that PP court, they're going to take that bond away from you. So you better call Bizarre Bell's Bonds. He'll get you out before y'all even reach that PP court, and you'll be free until your court date. Now, next you go to your court date, and that's it. You're still going to get locked up, but at the same time, you'll be free for a little bit. All right. DC, play the first video.
Look at that single. Oh, Pastor Moody.
Year-old, a boy returned a wallet only to be sued for $3,000 by its owner. 17-year-old Adrian found a handbag in a supermarket parking lot containing $10,000 in cash. He drove more than 10 kilometers to personally hand the wallet back to its owner. He thought he would be praised for his honesty, but instead, the owner called the police. She claimed that $3,000 was missing from the bag and demanded that Adrian repay the lost money. Adrian felt deeply wronged. He hadn't taken anything, but now he had no way to prove it. The police, too, couldn't determine who was lying. The case has since entered civil litigation. Once the story went public, it ignited fierce debate online. Some said this is what happens when kindness gets punished. Others argued he shouldn't have returned it without evidence. A judge later commented that no matter how good your intentions are, you should always keep a record of your actions. Adrian said quietly, "I just wanted to do the right thing. I never thought I'd end up being treated."
All right. So we're going to go with our guest. You know what I'm saying? What you think about this? Tell us what you think about this situation.
Well, to me, the onus is on her to prove that she had that much money in there. She could just go and say she had $50,000 in there and he took whatever. And I don't know, man. Like, I mean, I'm curious. Do you return money? Like if there was $100 in there, we'd be more likely to return $100 or the 10,000.
I'm not returning shit.
Yeah, so you're not returning shit. I think most people are like, so fanatical Bucks fan who's in the chat. We got a friend. He's a comedian. He has an eye for. He literally drives along and he will find wallets on the road. He's sitting at intersections. He's driving. He somehow sees them, and he's returned a lot of them without the money. And some he was like, I need it more than this person. Like, and but he's like, hey man, at least I sent their wallet back with their ID and all this stuff. But I say for real that it's the onus is on her for proving that. Sorry you lost it, so you should be thankful you got anything back. And maybe he did take it, or maybe somebody else did. You have no idea, man. Maybe somebody else took it out and go, I don't want to take the whole thing, because there are some nice thieves. You know what I'm saying? They'll rob you a little bit, not take everything. So maybe somebody was like that, and then he happened to find it. So good luck proving that in court. Like, but the way the courts are, good luck on him trying to prove that he didn't. Because that's how it is in America. We got an injustice system, man. You basically have to prove you're not guilty. They're not proving you're guilty. You pretty much have to prove you're not guilty. Good luck. They say went 10 kilometers to go take it back to her.
Yeah.
Dude, he had to have been from either like he truly, he has to be from a good family, right?
Yeah.
Don't you think that to go that far and then return it?
Naive family.
Yeah, naive family.
Hey, but Walter said she had 13K in there, and he bought back 10K, and she's mad. Exactly, she's mad. So who?
Mm-hmm.
What you think?
You need to put your disclaimer up, because I'm finna teach. I want to give you 2, 3.
Did he walk 10 kilometers in the flip flops? Hey, if he hurting right now, ain't it?
Can I ask honest question? So she looked like she was a light skinned black woman.
Yeah.
Do you think it would change the story if she was a white Karen? You know what I'm saying? Like the fact that it's kind of like a black on black crime. Do you think people don't care as much?
They don't.
Whereas if it was a white lady, I think that would have been in my algorithm probably.
Yeah.
Listen, you don't put the disclaimer. Let me insert this thing for y'all, because I'm feeling you done came on here, Mr. West, and I think, you know what I'm saying, you gonna be a blessing to this show, because God just putting in my spirit right now. First of all,
you just
chocolate. That's why a new name, chocolate. I'm sorry, Mr. West. I'm sorry. The devil just jumped in me. But listen, I was hearing you speak earlier, and I got you. You took me out of character. I just want to talk about your ass for that. But it was a good thing, because it just telling me I need to go ahead and break something down. Now, men and blacks always had the balls against them. Actually, if you would have told me the lady was black, I wouldn't have believed it. So now she done swindled this little boy. He adopted. That's Obama cousin. He adopted. He ain't grown up in no black house. That's Obama cousin. He was born in Hawaii. You know what I'm saying? They found him on the shores of Haiti. You feel me? Because ain't now goddamn black person I know with black DNA flowing through their goddamn blood gonna take that wallet back. I would have did that at a young age, and then they tell me I'm wrong. But guess what? And I went to studying and educating myself. I found out that that's abandoned property. So now, when a motherfucker tells me something, I don't believe it. I go do my research on it, and I make it make sense. Because the simplest things is difficult to the motherfuckers that think they know everything. But I'm slow.
I think they cloned you. You ain't the same Hootie. I think they cloned you. You trying to sound like you
Pastor Hootie. Pastor Hootie.
Hey, but I'm gonna agree with both of y'all. I'm gonna give you my opinion. I'm gonna agree with both of y'all. My thing about it is, first of all, I'm gonna say this: what the hell is she walking with 10,000? Well, she said $13,000 in her wallet anyway, cash, 13,000 cash. Because if you got 13,000 cash, guess what? The IRS gonna be on your ass. Anything got the 10,000.
I didn't see the lady. Can you see that flash the lady again, please?
Huh?
Can you flash? Did you say it was a lady that she did? Did they show her picture at all?
Yeah, they showed her complaining in her bathroom.
Okay, he flashed too quick, and I told y'all. So can you just put on this thing one more time so I can see her? Because I think I know an answer to this. Not her, please, come on, please. I'm trying to work. Goddamn. I can't work on these goddamn conditions, DC. Goddamn,
but anyway, look. Like I say, she got $13,000 in her purse. Not in the purse. It's not in the purse. It's in a wallet. She got $13,000 in a wallet. For one, this woman got a wallet. She don't have a purse. She lost her wallet. She counted $13,000 in there. How you know with $13,000 in there? It's $13,000 in there because you don't win and you did some type of illegal transaction. That's how you know how much supposed to be in there.
She was selling that pussy. She know what that thing.
No, she ain't getting no $13,000 for that.
That was for like 10 years.
She ain't getting no 13. What she saved the money? She saved $40 until she got $13,000. No. She did something. IRS will be on her ass. She got all that money right there. Right now, they going to court right there. Anything after $10,000, IRS gonna do an audit on you.
Mr. Welch, listen to this closely, Mr. Welch. Go ahead.
IRS gonna do an audit on you. Anything after $10,000, IRS gonna do an audit on you. She didn't get audited. Now you mad because this man, just like Walter said, this man bought you by 10,000, and you say you had 13,000. If he was gonna steal anything, he wasn't gonna steal no $3 measly. He gonna put $3,000 in there and give you and he gonna keep the $10,000. That's what he would have did if he was gonna be a nice citizen. Me personally, how did he know it was $10,000 in there? Did he count it?
Okay, let me ask you. So you're not going to return it, but say a young transfer student from Kenya is staying with a family and they find it your money and they return it to you. Are you giving them any reward or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that part of the bra code?
I'll probably give them half. You know why I'm giving them half? Because I wouldn't have had nothing if you returned if you never returned to here.
Now is that in the bra code?
And that's the bra code. Yeah, that's a bra code.
Yes,
I'm giving you a chance to.
I'm doing one better. I'm doing one better.
I say honestly, if I lost my wallet, I had $10,000 in there, which I won't have $10,000 in my wallet. I'm telling you right there, I might have $10 in there. But anyway, if I use card, if my card, something happened to my car, I go ahead and freeze it right away. So if that person brings back me $10,000 right now, I would probably give them $5,000 because that's $10,000. That's $5,000 I would never had anyway if he never bought it back here.
Hey, let me tell you all, you might want, I never carried a wallet. I hate carrying a wallet, never. And I got busted with some weed, some cannabis. And because I didn't have my money in a wallet, I literally just got paid from work, cashed it. I had like $600 in my pocket. They took that as drug money.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Because they literally, I was like, this was literally my paycheck for the week. And they were like, nah, man, it's drug money. You don't have it in a wallet.
Let me tell you a story.
Wow.
Let me tell you a story.
County.
That was Clearwater Police.
Clearwater, wow.
Let me tell you a quick story. I'm going to change the name of the person involved. Okay, just say Jack. Jack had got sprung on something, did all the education, and did what he had to do to pull himself up out of the circle, right? Because Jack learned that he's a child of the Most High and he inherited everything, right? So he started finding himself as he went in. Now, Jack did his own thing in order to make his money, which was sell drugs, right? But he had everything in order. He had all this stuff in order. You know what I'm saying? So if motherfuckers say something, you know what I'm saying? You a man just like I'm a man, like Zoe a man. So why do I have to explain to you where the fuck my shit come from?
Well, you know how the police is, especially over in this area right there. I recently probably started carrying a wallet probably about maybe 6-7 years ago. I ain't gonna lie, you know what I'm saying? You know, I didn't keep my ID. My ID been in the car. If I go somewhere, I put it in my pocket. When I get out, I put it back in the car. And I started carrying a wallet because, you know what I'm saying, the reason I did, because I started carrying cards and start, you know, using cash, but when I do have cash, I ain't had that much cash on me. So the police will, in certain areas, because they crooked cops down here. They crooked as fuck. They sit up there, and the thing about this, then they're going to take it from you. And if you got a certain amount of money in your pocket, I guarantee it ain't gonna be the same amount of money when you get locked up when you try to go get your property back.
Question. In your house,
why you always worry about my goddamn house? Let's talk about your house.
If you'll get them ugly ass glasses out the damn light, got there I can hardly see. I'm sorry.
No, you trying to chew them damn false teeth.
Just pass the hood. I'm sorry, Mr. Welch. But listen, I'm going somewhere with this. I want y'all to follow me. See, I feel like Jesus right now. When the disciples, you know what I'm saying, kept saying, "Oh, how can we get back up?"
We just gonna see smoke in your house because you're gonna get struck real bad.
Ooh, baby, ooh. All right, he almost took my pimp card just then. But what I'm trying to go at is that if people would question everything, you'll find out the truth, regardless of how they put it there, out there and twist it and turn it. My whole point is that if you educate yourself and you look around and question it, you'll notice the dollar bill says public and private. Public is in the government and all the eye. Private is behind closed doors.
What the hell this guy do?
Private, you do what you want to. You your own tribe. So boy, you start your own tribe. That was the parable I was trying to tell you about. You're the leader of your family, of your household. You follow what I'm saying? You don't need a motherfucker to give you permission by shit.
I don't know what's in that weed you smoking.
Well, if you look at the dollar bill too, it says Federal Reserve note.
My point exactly. That goes back to the next thing I was going to say.
For debts.
You should use the fiat money because that's their property, and you're putting yourself back up under them like you need them. You should be using your credit.
It does suck that we have to live within the system that's been designed, and like some people don't know that you used to be able to take your dollars and go trade them in for like gold and silver, because that's how paper money started. Like back in the day, like people had gold and silver, and then like the people held it.
That's not true. That's not true. That's
not true.
It's not true what you just said.
What's that?
That you could go trade your paper money in for gold and silver. That's a lie they told you.
I got a silver certificate.
That's
like literally it's a difference.
Hold on. Let's go there. Let's go there. Now, and don't take me for my word. Remember, I told you. Anything anybody tell you, always question everything. Do your own study. Now, 1933, during the Great Depression, everybody ran to the government, but they wanted this, they want that. We need help. We need help.
You're on a lot of movement. You on that shit.
I dropped my damn weed. We need help. We need help. Right? So what they did is they made everybody turn in their gold and their silver, which was the real money, the precious resources of the world. Everything work off commerce. Your country is the state you was born in. They were separate until they became united.
Oh, I wish the anti-federalists would have won.
Well, it's just like this here. If you get a bunch of gangs together and they say, okay, we're gonna make money. We'll do this, we'll do it. I get my people to do what I say do, but we'll go up under this one leader right now in the territories. You follow what I'm saying? You got to get back to the olden days with the old folk. When you grew your own.
All right, that's good. Let me read this. And
go ahead.
Fanica Bucks fan, and it's true. This is what he said. And I like this. That's why I don't carry my debit card. Only use my credit card because it's not his money. Yeah. But anyway, DC, play that next video. You know what I'm saying? We know we got 2 videos, you know what I'm saying? So we got to get on that.
So was that right or wrong?
The right or wrong?
That one right there, was that right or wrong?
Wrong.
We're going to go with Patrick.
Wrong. So
yeah.
wrong.
Yeah, she did as wrong.
Anybody that says that's right needs to be locked up themselves.
Yeah.
Both of them did wrong.
No, he ain't wrong. He tried to do a good thing, just like you say. He probably was from somewhere.
Oh, I saw this.
Yeah, we for the people that's not looking, that can't hear, we're gonna say this. Snoop Dogg partnered with GLAAD, GLAAD, and queer singer Jeremy Bellotti, I don't know how you say his name, to support the LGBTQ youth following previous comments about queer relationships in movies. Okay, so we're going to start with Mr. Patrick. What's your opinion about this?
Snoop obviously can do whatever he wants, but it just sucks that he's a sellout, obviously, because he's going along like, is he gonna? He already dressed like a girl, probably. I'm guessing, right? Has Snoop dressed like a female before? I'm sure you heard Dave Chappelle say that they make all the black celebrities and act like dress up like women and whatnot. And I don't know, man. He's
they ain't the race. I think I don't see Robin Williams. I don't see Mork for Ort. I don't.
I know. Well,
I don't see Gang Tripper. I don't see a lot of them. So you know what I'm saying, yeah.
Well, supposedly they like kind of make them like there's videos of Kevin Hart saying he wouldn't do that, and then sure enough, he did. And it's interesting how Snoop has transformed his image, man. Because I remember Hair Murder was the case that they gave me. You know what I'm saying? And like he was gangster rap, and like, ooh, you know, people were like, And then now he's Martha Stewart and he can smoke weed wherever he wants and he's the coolest guy. And like, but this is, and it makes sense, doesn't it? His trajectory. I mean, it makes sense he's going to go. Is he going to be in Israel soon, touching the wall and like, like I don't know. It's just weird that the celebrities, like, okay, there's gay people. That's great. There's heterosexual people. There's trans, like, but it's so weird that we focus on all these little things that who nobody cares. Like the average person doesn't truly fucking care. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real, like, I'm sorry, man. 2025, we're still talking about skin color. What the fuck? It blows my mind. I said Martin Luther King would be told to shut the fuck up nowadays. I really think so. He would not have a voice because, hell, the content of your character, nah, man, we're focusing on the color of their skin. It's so weird, man. I've heard more racist talk since Obama got elected, I feel like, than my entire life growing up. I didn't hear hardly any racist whatsoever. People acknowledge differences, but I always said we're the human race, and people think you're fucking crazy for saying it. But I truly believe that, man. Just because you have Obama's considered black. Meanwhile, he has a white mom. Right. Other people have it's just so strange how the different Kamala, they consider her black. She's just as Indian as she is black, and they never talked about that shit. And I don't care what anybody says, New York's fucked. I don't know what your thoughts on that are. I'm sorry to go away from Snoop, but I could ramble, obviously. But I don't know, man. The stuff's I think we're getting to a point though that nobody cares as much anymore about you can call people racist. It doesn't have any meaning anymore. You can call people transphobic, anti-Semitic. Like it's getting to a point, all these words that they don't have any meaning because this is the truth. You can look it up. Michelle Obama's 2 examples of racism in her book are somebody asked her to get something off the top shelf at Target and somebody cut in front of her at an ice cream store. That was Michelle Obama's 2 examples of racism. I think that's pretty good if that's your examples. You have to find examples of racism. Like, I don't know. I'm just tired of all this segregating. And that's what I see when I see this. It's just more segregating and it's people fucking complain. And does Snoop really want to do that? That's what I want to know. Does Snoop really want to do that? Like, do you think deep down he's like, yeah, man, I really want to go and I want to hook up with Jeremy Belite, whatever the hell his name is, probably French. What are they doing too? Is he going to be out on football?
I think he got a publicist. Somebody made him like, hey, you need to do this. To you know what I'm saying? You know, we got you here. We got a plan for you. So you know, you said this, so you got to backtrack this and that. But the thing about it is to me, you doing this backtrack, you losing a lot of your fans. You losing a lot of your real fans from day one. Because right now you said what you say and you're supposed to mean what you mean, but now you're not meaning what you say.
You should play deep cover over this. His first song with Dre, Deep Cover. While you're looking at this, because that's 187 on him. Like, you know, I don't. Do you think he's getting paid?
Yeah. I'm not. I mean, like I said, his publicist making him do that because his image. They trying to redo his image and do that. This is my opinion, but at the same time, to what cost? You know what I'm saying? Because now you want to gain other fans, but you're losing your real fan, the one that got you where you at. The one that, you know what I'm saying? But Hootie, what you think about this? You kind of quiet back there. You know, I don't want you to go to sleep and be all quiet and sad like you were last week.
No, I am actually I'm very happy because and you know we do mental health on here every week, right? So my thing with mental health, and I'm talking about me, I don't give a damn what y'all say. I'm talking about me. Motherfucker can't get mad by me talking about me. I don't give a fuck about that shit, DC. Mind your business, DC. Mind your business too, Zoe. And Mr. West, you mind your motherfucking business. How y'all like that?
I told you this motherfucker was cloned or something. Something wrong with you. I think he was cloned.
hold on. Listen, hear me out now.
I'm listening.
Now, saying that to say this. We just got done saying this here, and I'm just gonna break this down. Everybody got an opinion. Everybody's right. But y'all go against me all the time, but y'all turn right back around and come back in the circle and meet up with me. So I'm gonna break it down to the listeners that can't see it, and I'm gonna break it down to everybody on here. The reason I told all three of them to mind their business is because I've been preaching on this thing ever since I done came on here, whether it been in character or not, that the man of the household, his last name is his business, right? Now, this man got his heart up and his hand on over there. And I told you, listen, man, if you don't like spoiled meat and shit, you know what I'm saying, don't go to a certain store. If you go to a certain store and you got to do a membership to get in there, you got to abide by their rules. Mr. Welch, Mrs. Zobo.
Hector said, I'm so glad I came back. There's my man.
Nah. And now to answer that question about is he right or wrong, he right. And I want you to get on here if you want to, DC, because I'm on your ass.
Who's right?
Snoop is right. Yeah.
Okay,
because the simple fact is, I heard DC say,
let me know you'll sell out too.
No, I heard DC say he like money, and everything is commerce. It's about business.
So Hector says Snoop on y'all team now.
Snoop ain't Hector. We ain't. This is Pastor Hootie. I hope you jump back over the gate, Hector. I'm gonna pray for you. But what I'm trying to get at,
Hector allowed in the country? I gotta ask. Is he?
No, he can't come out. He's a man lady.
Is he hiding from ICE?
No, he's a man lady.
He's already incarcerated.
Yeah.
Hector is a prisoner in Colorado. I think it's federal prison.
Ooh.
Now, what I mean by mind your business is that if he want to take 5 dicks in his ass at one goddamn time, that's his goddamn business. They got a motherfucking thing to do with me and my business. And my
Wait, is that what he's doing by supporting the youth? He's going to take dicks in his ass?
No, what I'm trying to say is that, you know, if you're caught up in
Hector say Hector say I am already incarcerated for life in Colorado. Okay, continue, Woody. My bad.
But what I'm trying to get at is that, you know, people try to feed their family. You know, and I sit back now, and I done went through a lot of things. I used to be the president of the Bitch Beaters Club.
Till you got your ass beat.
No. Till I went on my journey. I went on my journey like you went on your journey.
Big by little by, tore your ass up.
Mr. Wells, that's why I like big women. I just love women. I love midgets. I love cripple with. I'm sorry, Mr. Wells. I had a moment. But what I'm trying to get at, Mr. Welch, is that, you know, we already get the short end of the stick. Off Ripple, we get the short end of the stick. You feel what I'm saying? And what I'm trying to tell you is that we're men. We're men. Why you need somebody to tell you what to do and how to handle your business? You got to watch the animals. The king of the jungle, the lion, he got 4, 5 bitches. His bitches take care of the churn. They go out and hunt, get him food. And if somebody mess with him, he go and protect. He went run them hyenas down and kill every one of them to protect his you know, his family. And we got that because we can stand up and walk. You know what I'm saying? They done gave us too much convenience. And we don't want to sit down and take time out, you know what I'm saying, to find out what's really going on. We just believe whatever motherfuckers say. Because, they taking care of us. So they ain't gonna mean us no harm. And believe it or not, if you keep up on things, you'll know that Toyota has funded and they're doing a test run in a city, I think somewhere out there in north, somewhere out there by Hector now. And the city is a smart city.
All right, but our time is over. You're getting over. So, Patrick, what you say?
Oh man, I would love to talk about smart cities.
Right or wrong?
That's where we're heading toward. I would say I see where he's going with the right, because in Snoop's world it's right, but I think it's wrong.
All right. Hootie?
I think it's right.
All right. Me, I'm agreeing with Patrick. I can see where he's going with it, but I see that he sold out. I see he sold out. So that it conclude this session of Right or Wrong. You're gonna catch us next week with more videos. All right. So take a break and we're gonna come back with our main topic. Give us 1 minute.
Nobody likes to be around you.
Everybody likes me. You're the only one that keep insulting me.
I'm the only one that keep it real with you.
I wouldn't even think about none of that shit till you start drilling that shit in my head.
Who is always there for you when you need somebody? Me. Am I right?
You think you perfect?
I am. Compared to you?
And Rocco did it.
What's up? Zobo69 here. And I like to tell y'all, December 13th, yeah, remember that day, December 13th, I will be at 7216 Causeway Boulevard. And you ask yourself, why would Zobo69 be at 7216 Causeway Boulevard? What is that, 7216 Causeway Boulevard? I don't know what's at 7216 Causeway Boulevard, but I do know December 13th, Zobo69 is going to be there with what? The Mic Drop with Rocco Slater and your boy, the Barbecue Pimp. Yes, I will have my podcast. I will do a live podcast for my new TV movie streaming app, KCE TV. KCE TV will be there and he will be filming it. We. I say he because it's we, he, whatever. We will be there filming the Mic Drop live podcast December 13th. Make sure you bring your ass. Peace.
Look here, man. I comply with everything you say. Can you just turn on that motherfucking AC? I comply everything you say.
Just turn on the AC.
They had to fight me. I did just like this. I did everything. I comply. Can you just turn on the AC? That's all I ask. That was a time they could rest my ass and trying to put me in that fucking hot ass car. Look here, you ain't getting no beef from me. You know what I'm saying? They arrest me for nothing too. Don't worry about it. Just turn on the AC. It's hot as hell out here. I know it's hot in that goddamn car. Just turn the AC on there. I'm getting in, do what the fuck you want to do. But anyway, 7216 Causeway Boulevard, December 13th, I will be there and doing the podcast. I'm gonna do the podcast from start to finish. So, it's a mic drop. We got a lot of artists from all around the Tampa Bay area. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what kind of artists they are. I know they're musical artists. I don't know if they're going to have they're actually going to have comedians there. I don't know who, but it's, you know what I'm saying? It's going to be a lot of artists there at December 13th, and it's Rocco Slater. Rocco Slater and Barbecue Pimp are the ones that's hosting it. So, make sure y'all come now. It's going to be fun. And actually, the Bloodline will be performing. The Bloodline will be performing Juke City Love. So, you know what I'm saying? That's the first performance that Bloodline will be performing. So make sure y'all come now, all right? And Pretentious, catch it on KCE TV. KCE TV, catch Pretentious on KCE TV only. It will be out in December. We're going to take it December 22nd. Because we don't want to take y'all away from Christmas. So December 22nd, we're going to release Pretentious. It's only going to be seen on KCE TV. So go ahead and download the app. It's a new app, TV app. And, with KCE TV, you don't know what you're going to get. You're going to get a little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. So it's going to be interesting for a lot of people. So right now it's just it's at its starting stage, but guess what? It still got a lot of interesting shows on there. All right. So DC, play that very first video for us so we can reintroduce what we're going to talk about. 96% of all custody battles end in favor of the mother. Father losing their children every day. The father becomes financially ruined. But mothers won't want to discuss that. The children then suffer the most. So this is what we're going to talk about today. So we're going to start with our guest, Patrick Welch.
So I'll just give you the short version to kind of say what happened. So 2023 in June, my wife and I at the time, we returned from Colorado. Had one of our best trips ever, man. Got in a big fight, and I knew something needed to change. We had issues throughout the years. We've been together for 27 years at the time. And so I packed up some of my stuff, went to Ohio, back to my mom's house where I'm from. My kids knew where I was. She had no idea. She didn't even know for a couple weeks. We eventually start talking, make plans to come back. And then eventually something changed with her, and she's saying she didn't want me coming back right away. I was up there for a couple months. Get a phone call. I get off stage one night, get a phone call from my daughter, and she's like, hey, we just got home, and there was a strange man in our garage who was getting a drink out of our fridge and went in the house, and nobody was home. They were just out at dinner with their mom, and they got home, and there was a guy at our house by himself. And as soon as I found that out, I packed up everything. I drove from Ohio 1,000 miles. I left at 4:30 in the morning, got back to Florida at 4:28 in the afternoon, get to my neighborhood, and the guy's actually there. He had just finished mowing the lawn, and he was in the garage, and I just parked. I walked in, and I said, you need to get the fuck off this property. He's like, I got to get my stuff or whatever. I'm like, you need to get the fuck off this property. And then my wife at the time, she comes out, she takes his side, and I'm kind of like arguing. And then it dawned on me who this guy was. I had mentioned earlier, I had a talk show. So Monday through Friday for 4 years, I did my own show from 11 to 3. And I started doing that because, well, you probably know Bubba the Love Sponge. So Bubba Love Sponge, some of you may know, he's the guy that Hulk Hogan had sex with his wife and the tape got out and it was a big thing. Bubba
the Love Sponge was the one started No Panty Thursday.
But he used to be so big back in the day. You know that, right? Like he was huge. He was right up there with Howard Stern. He was on Howard Stern's Sirius XM. Like he was seriously so big. Well, I had a friend that produced this show, Rob Gargiulo. I'm sure you know his name, Zobo.
Yeah, I know.
So Rob and I became friends doing comedy, and he realized I could talk, and we got along well. So he brought me into Bubba's, and we started doing an after show on Bubba's network. Well, this guy who's now living in my house and banging my ex-wife, he was a supporter of Bubba's show. Bubba had a co-host, Diacos. There's a Dan Diaco and a Jay Diaco. They're a lawyer and a plastic surgeon locally. They're like co-host. Well, this guy, his name in the chat was Bangin' Diaco's wife. That's what kind of guy he was. He eventually came into my chat being evil hombre. The first time I met him, we were at Snappers, though, Bill. You'll enjoy this. We're in a comedy club. My friend and I were sitting there. This guy walks into the comedy club with a motorcycle helmet on. He walks into the comedy club like that, just stands above the table staring at us, sits down, doesn't say a word, takes off his helmet, puts it down. I kind of looked at him and just like, hey, I think he's a comedian. Comedians are weird, man, a lot of them. So my friend and I, we do our sets, and we're done. And the guy looks at us, stands up, puts a $10 bill on the table, and just walks out. And I kind of just knew, I never met the guy before. I kind of had an inkling it was the Banging Diaco's wife guy. So I ran out after him and I was like, banging? And he turns around and like, yeah. I'm like, you're just going to come in and not say anything? Dude, within 30 seconds, I couldn't wait to get away from this guy. He's either Welsh, Canadian, I don't know. Anybody that's ever met him knows he's like the creep. You seriously want to get the fuck away from him. There's just something about him. So he actually ended up finding out where I lived. Gated community. I walk out in my garage one day. There's a McDonald's bag and it written McAmmo on it. And inside he had 9mm bullets for me. Another time I walk out my garage, he dropped off MREs, you know, like for the military. He wanted me to eat them on my show. Then eventually starts telling me in my chat that he's watching Shannon, my ex-wife, doing yard work. He was checking my daughter out at Hooters. And like, so I lost my mind on him on my show, man. Like, told him to stay the fuck away from my family, all this stuff. So that's the guy I caught at my place. And when it dawned on me who it was, I didn't know who it was. I was just kind of yelling at this guy. And then when it dawned on me who it was, I was like, are you fucking kidding me? And like I said, I would say anything in person that I would say online. And I did. I berated him just like I did online. And most people don't know why I didn't punch him or punch her. And I feel like I wish I would have. If I knew all the rest that was going to occur after this, I wish I would have got some potential retribution right there. But so she takes us aside. We're arguing. He had a Dumb and Dumber scooter. Some people may get that reference. A little scooter like that goes like 45 miles an hour, if that. He wouldn't leave. So I'd like drug that off my property, yelling to get the fuck out of here. I knew nothing good was coming of it. So I'm like, I need to leave. So when I'm leaving, I bumped his scooter. So I got arrested for that, a criminal mischief charge. Ended up having to pay him $300 in retribution. I got a year of probation for that. So my wife at the time, she tells me they're just friends. And he's just a nice guy to talk to from time to time, blah, blah, blah. So the next day was Labor Day. I think it was Labor Day, one of the holidays. Anyways, my daughter had like to find my iPhone, and her mom's phone was at this location all day. And she thought it was so weird. Why is mom's phone? It was getting late into the night. And she's like, hey, mom's phone's still at this weird location. So I went and drove by and I saw her car parked there. It was an Aldi parking lot. They were closed. No other cars in the parking lot. Driving along, I see her car. I'm like, that's fucking weird. And as I'm driving around the Aldi, I'm driving in the back, I see her and that guy getting out of his car. So I like went, watched them. I wanted to confirm if they were actually, more than friends. And I sat there. It was so long. I sat there just waiting. I was recording and I literally wanted to yell, kiss her already. Because I just wanted to confirm that they were like more, and they did kiss. And it blew my mind. Like, so she still denied that they hadn't done anything more than whatever. She just kind of likes them, whatnot. Then I found lube in the house. It was interesting. She said, we never used that. She said, 100% for sure that was never ever used. And I said, well, that's the only thing you've really denied. And then I got into emails and I read them two talking. I confirmed they actually were together and she stopped talking to me. Once I actually confirmed through their emails, and man, I got to tell you, if it wasn't for, you should have saw the manipulation to see like the grooming and all this stuff. It was interesting, like psychologically to see that through emails. Cause she told him like, I love my husband. She said all this great stuff about me. She would never leave me and all this stuff. And he just kept talking to her and they started shooting guns and hanging out. And next thing you know, he's sneaking in and out of the house. And so anyways, I get in the emails, find that they're actually more than just friends. She stops communicating with me. She goes and I hear she gets a restraining order. So I'm like, not avoiding getting it, but I know I have a hearing in a couple weeks that I have to go to for the actual recess. If you don't know, they get a temporary restraining order first. And then you go to a hearing and they can prolong it. They can deny it. So I knew I had a hearing in a few weeks and hadn't got the restraining order served to me. And I'm actually hanging out with Fanatical Bucks fan. I was at his house. We were smoking a joint. We literally just started to smoke a joint and the cops knock on the door. And we were like little fucking high schoolers, man. We're like, oh shit. Fanatical Bucks fan, like turned the lights off. 40-year-old man turned the lights off when the cops just knocked on the door and rang the bell. I'm like, they fucking know we're here, man. Yeah. So I get here, we look and I see they got like a little folder. And I'm thinking, oh, they're here to serve me with the restraining order nonsense. So they get me out, and you should have saw it, Zoba, man. I wish I should have got the body cam footage. They were like, hey, we just need to come out here and talk to us for a little bit. And they were like, yeah, just come and talk to us right here in the street. And then come and talk to us down here right by their car. Stand right here, turn around, sit down, put your feet in, and then they shut the door on me. And I'm like, what the fuck? And then they were coming to get me. And they actually wrote in their police report that they tricked me with the folder. They acted like they were coming to serve that, but they were really coming to arrest me for harassment charges. I got arrested for harassing and stalking my wife because I sent her a lot of messages and she didn't answer. And I kept saying, I caught her cheating. I'm trying to figure out what the fuck is going on. And they're like, you sent her a lot of messages. Well, I'm pretty verbose if you can't tell. I can fucking talk. I can type. Like, And I'm trying to figure out what the hell's going on, man. We got kids that still live in the house. We've been together a long time. You know what I'm saying? I need to know what the hell's going on. And she's not answering. And there was no threats, nothing. It was literally concern about our kids, concern about what was just, it was more concerned about the kids than anything. The cops didn't care. Fanatical Bucks fan even told him, he's like, you got the wrong guy, man. Like, and they're like, we think we know what we're doing. And so I got arrested for that. And then go to the restraining order hearing. And all the cases before us, all of them got denied. And I was like, this judge is pretty fair. But it was interesting. He had a knee problem. This is how the courts work, ladies and gentlemen. The judge is up there. He had a knee problem that, as we're testifying to something that's going to affect people's lives, it's supposedly protecting one person. What it usually does is actually fucks another person in many ways, me. He's up there worrying about his knee. And he was actually saying, don't worry, I'm listening. He was walking behind his chair and stuff and like holding his knee and like moving it and stuff. Like he was more concerned about that. Evidence was being handed. All the messages I sent her got handed to evidence. I'm like, yes, please read them. You read them. You'll see no threats, no nothing. She has no fear, no reason to fear. And that's what a restraining order is for people to actually have a fucking fear, not just people that don't want to have to talk to somebody and face the repercussions of their consequences. You know what I'm saying? That's basically what it was. She didn't want to face me. My ex has only been with me. She's a pastor's daughter. She was raised promise ring, only to be with one person. And she even told that guy that I love my husband. I will always be with him, blah, blah, blah. But he just kept whatever. And so the restraining order, we went for like an hour and a half. We went till it was Fanatical Bucks fan. Do you remember how late it was? It was past when the court closed because the judge was bothered that we were taking so long. And it actually got to the point that the judge goes, didn't you say he tried to hit you? And she was like, yeah. And I kept telling him, but that incident, because she was trying to reference that incident. The cop actually wrote in his police report when I hit the scooter that it wasn't domestic. It was between that boyfriend, the scooter, and me. It had nothing to do with the wife. And she was trying to conflate it that I tried to fucking hit her and lied to the judge. And the judge goes, didn't you say he tried to hit you? And she said, yeah. And he goes, well, how close was she? And she was like, I don't know. And he goes, well, was it a couple feet? And she's like, yeah. And he goes, well, that's aggravated assault. I award you a 2-year restraining order. And I wasn't even allowed to go back to my house, even with a cop or anything, to get anything. He just signed the shit that she got exclusive use to the house. Not because there's different things they can actually put that they can put. You can go back with a cop in their forms and shit. I didn't get to do that. I still have stuff at that house that I will probably never, ever be able to get. So I get a restraining order. Well, I get my kids out of the house. My kids don't want to be there because mom's choosing this guy over her children. She used to be a good mom. Like literally, she was a decent mom. We had a decent life, really good kids. And she just flipped. Like no longer has chickens, no longer eats healthy, drinks alcohol every day, like midlife crisis, something happened, totally different person. So I get my kids living with me. She had no idea where they even were. She didn't know where they were living for a couple months. And the only effort she put toward that was send a couple messages. Didn't even go by their work, didn't go by their school, nothing. Didn't reach out to me. So I have this restraining order, not having contact with her. Well, about 6 months into it, I'm reading through old emails and I come across one from the supporter of my show who's now living in my house and fucking my wife at the time. And one of the emails is this woman got a restraining order against him. So I come to get in contact with her. Man, this lady, he beat the fuck out of her. He beat her dogs, like total psychopath, sociopath. He actually uses, I'm going to guess not many black people know this show because a lot of white people don't, but there's a show called It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. There's a guy on the show that uses a method to manipulate women. It's called the Dennis method. You can actually look it up on YouTube. This guy uses that method on people, like women. He manipulates them. He's been with a lot of married women, supposedly. He tells them what they want to hear and all this shit. And he's got it great with my ex now, like lives in the house. Like, I don't even know if he pays any bills and whatnot. But so anyways, I got contact with his ex. She sent me 1,000 screenshots of their text messages. I had to stop reading after about 300 or 400 because it was like two lunatics going back and forth. He talked about wanting to use her face as a toilet. He banged her head against the wall, and they had a discussion on the difference between plaster and drywall because hers was plaster, so it hurt more. Like, seriously, like crazy stuff. He told her he was a sociopath. He basically told my ex that he was a sociopath too. And he's a total fucking sociopath. And when I found out this stuff, I was like, well, my ex needs to know this, and I'm going to give her a chance before I file for divorce. So I did a few different things, and I was contacting her. She was fine with all the contacts. She was actually wanting information about this guy. But when it got to where I finally sent her a long video saying, peace out, I'm done, I'm filing for divorce, we're never going to talk again, she contacted the sheriff's office to say I violated the restraining order. They got a detective involved. They from the threat management unit. This thing started because of OJ back in the day. They started, if y'all don't know, the stalking laws and a lot of that came from the OJ stuff. They're very fucking harsh, and the way they treat men and different things came from that. And he was part of this threat management unit, came to my house one day, and I was like, actually, cops came to my house. I was going to leave one day, going to go to a friend's house. I'm walking out the back door, and I see Pasco deputies pulling into my neighborhood. I was like, oh, shit. I go back inside. Boom, 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 boom. Like, fuck. I waited like 30 minutes. I left. I actually went and stayed in Pinellas County for like a week. I was door dashing at the time. I slept in my fucking van at my daughter's work and just door dashed down there for a week just to kind of, for things to cool down. Went back to Hudson where I was living, and the cops and that detective came there multiple times. And I actually ended up talking to the detective on the phone, and I told him she lied to get the restraining order. Like, she lied to get it. You shouldn't be talking to me. That's the only reason you're talking to me is because if you have a restraining order and you violate that, it's way worse than if I violated because I sent her like flowers. I sent her emails. If you do like multiple things, they consider it like aggravated stalking. If I just contacted her for the harassment shit, it would have just been like a misdemeanor. So I contacted her because I wanted to give her a chance. She contacted the deputies. So, and April is when she first contacted the detective. He came to my house and all that. Finally in September, and I swear he did this shit on purpose because he watched my show. If y'all don't know, you have to pay investigative fees. When you get arrested, you pay for the hours that the cops are arresting you. If a detective is involved, you pay for the hours that they spend. So not only are we taxpayers paying for their employment, we also, criminals that get arrested, we pay for the time that they spend. And it's usually like, I think it's like $32 an hour, 28, 30. So when you get arrested, it's usually like a couple hour thing, and you pay like $30, $60 something like for that. So I had to pay like $900 for this detective to watch my show, read emails, do all this shit. And he went, and I'm pretty sure he's a Muslim based upon his name and meeting him. He went and got the warrant for my arrest signed on September 11th. So he waited from April till September 11th. 5 months to go get a warrant to arrest me because I was so scary that I had contacted her. And that's all I did. I literally never threatened her, nothing. I gave her a chance before I filed for divorce. And I let her know that the guy that's living with her is a total fucking sociopath and beats fucking animals. And you want to know what her response to that was? That was, she denied the person existed. Then they were just friends. Then it was a long time ago. So who cares? Like, mom's just lost her mind. So I got arrested by 6 deputies. 6 fucking deputies came to my house for contacting my ex for a restraining order that she lied to get for something that I bumped a fucking scooter. And my friend and I were in there talking kind of loud. All of a sudden, boom, 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 boom. We're like, oh shit, look out. And we're like, there's fucking like 6 Pasco deputies tonight. And it blew my mind to look out there and see that. So my friend answered the door and said I wasn't there, said he stopped by. And they're like, we know he's in there. He needs to come out. And my friend's like, no, he's not here. So my friend waited for a while. We're thinking they left after about 30 minutes. My friend walks out the back door. They grabbed him as soon as he walked out. And they were like, we know he's in there. If you don't get him out there right now, we're going to send in the dogs and all this shit. So I eventually went out, and I got arrested for that. So they offered to me, I actually said, I'll do 4 months. Can I just do 4 months in jail and be done? You know what I'm saying? Because I knew I was going to have a bunch of shit. And they actually accepted that. But my daughters are like, we don't want you being gone for Christmas and all this stuff. And I had been gone in Ohio a couple months. And so I went and I accepted a plea deal for 1 year of house arrest and 1 year of probation. and they took my license because when I got arrested, I had a THC vape. If you don't know, this is treated like crack today. So the vape for THC weed is a felony. It's a more harsher penalty than flour. And it's kind of like crack cocaine back in the day. The cocaine was not as harsh of a penalty as crack.
Right.
So that was a racist thing because more blacks smoke crack, more whites did cocaine.
Yeah.
And I said it's like reverse now because I don't know that many blacks that smoke. They're smoking more blunts. You know what I'm saying? Most black people I smoke with were smoking blunts, and a lot of white people were smoking vapes. But yeah, this is a fucking felony. So I got my license taken for 6 months because of this. While I was on house arrest. So I ended up living with a friend. I had a house, had to get rid of everything, move in with a friend, and live there for a year. I couldn't get a job, man. Having a felony, and then especially the charges I had a aggravated felony stalking charge, harassment, cyber stalking misdemeanor, and then a criminal mischief misdemeanor. Those just sound bad. I feel like, and so yeah, I had a hard time getting a job. Only reason I got a job is because I had complained at this restaurant one time when I was in there about one of the servers. I didn't really complain. I just told one of the other servers, "Hey, will you tell our server she's horrendous?" And she told the manager came over and talked to us. So I started talking to her about serving, saying how my daughter was just getting into it. I was telling her just like I used to serve, blah, blah, blah. And she said, "You want to come here and be a trainer?" So that was months prior. Well, I couldn't get a job. So I called her and she fucking hired me, but it was to be a busser. They didn't have a job being a server. And I was like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" I'm like, "I waited tables 20 something years ago. There's no way I could bus." But my friend's like, "I hope you said yes." And so I eventually said yes. And I've been bussing tables for almost a fucking year. So I had to spend about $15,000 in legal fees. I spent $5,000 on an attorney. That's not counting bail and everything. That's all the different fines, court cost, the attorney, and probation monitoring fees, all the different shit. It added up to about $15,000. And that's not counting the bail money that my mom thankfully was able to help me out with. She took it out of her 401k, but that's coming out of my inheritance, which isn't much. You know what I'm saying? So it was nice mom helped me out, but it's really I paid for it in a weird way, just in the future, which I don't give a shit, man. I don't care about money, but so it was hard getting a fucking job, man. And so then we go into the divorce.
You want to be a slave.
The divorce is wow. So we get in there and we eventually get a trial date set. And I'm just blown away. Her attorney starts off by lying and saying our one child got emancipated. She didn't really get emancipated. Total lies. My ex got a $275,000 home equity loan. We had about $500,000 in equity in our property. So she went and got a $275,000 loan. In court, she testified that she got that check, took it to a bank, cashed it, took it home, and spent it all. With no receipts of nothing, none, no receipts of anything other than having the loan information. And she also tried to pass it off as she got a HELOC loan, which is a line of credit, as opposed to a conventional loan that you actually get. So it'd be a difference between getting a credit card versus having a debit card. She actually got the money and was trying to lie and say that she just had a HELOC loan, a line of credit. And I prove, and here's the crazy, I proved she had a second bank account and she didn't provide that information. Come to find out, I found about 8 total bank accounts. That didn't get presented. But the two other bank accounts did. The judge didn't care. He said that I didn't prove she intentionally dissipated the funds. So she got away with basically taking $275,000. Half of that should have been mine.
Right.
She basically took $140,000 of mine. And then they did other things. They fucked me on the child support. That they lied and believed her so my children were with me most of the time during the 1 year when I had the house. She claimed that one of them was with her majority of the time, wasn't. They used her income that she hasn't had for 5 years. They used her income from 5 years ago. It's damn near 40% less than her true income. And she actually is working less purposely, so she doesn't have to pay as much. you know what sucks at the time? I had about I don't know how much, but it was when Bitcoin was about $25,000. And I had to sell all my cryptocurrency. And if I still had that, it had been approaching about 80 grand recently, but I had to sell it for about 15.
Okay, Mr. Welch.
I'm sorry,
Mr.
just
Welch.
a ramble.
Yeah. Now you good. And I enjoy that, and I want to say on this show here, I feel everybody family. You follow what I'm saying? And I feel like I was saying earlier that, you know what I'm saying, or you were sitting here. And I do believe you were sitting here to this show because, I've never met a white hootie.
Man, ain't nobody like you, man.
No,
I don't know what
listen,
I think you clone, motherfucker.
No,
I want to hear the rest of the story. I want to hear the rest of the story. Hold on. Patrick, tell the rest of the story.
Yeah, I'm almost done, man. Like, the divorce trial was insane. Like, I represented myself because I had no money, and she had an attorney that sucked. This is what's crazy. So I had a talk show, like I said, 4 hours a day, 5 days a week, and I would often do more than 4 hours. Her boyfriend recorded, and they submitted 271 hours of audio 6.5 days before the trial. If you want to do the math really quickly, it's 11.5 days. They gave me 11.5 days of audio 6.5 days before the trial, didn't tell me the audio they were going to use, and only labeled it voice 1, voice 2, voice 3. I've never gone to law school. I know it should be labeled differently. I know it should have told me the exact time that they're going to be using, because if you don't know, in the United States, there is no surprise evidence. Both sides know all the evidence before the trial. There's no surprise witness or nothing. It's everybody knows everything beforehand. I didn't have the ability to even know what they were going to use. So we get in there and they go to use that. And I did a motion to keep it out because that's violate my due process. I literally did not have the ability to fucking listen to that. And it created a unfair bias. Like the judge was the jury in that, and the very first clip they played. So again, I have no idea what they're going to play. I mean, those were my words, but 4 hours a day, 5 days a week, 4 years. And I do comedy and I'm on other people's podcasts. I have no idea what I've said. Like they asked me some questions. I was like, what? And then they played the clip and I was like, oh, I laughed. Like they said I had 8 Bitcoins. I did have 8 Bitcoins back when 8 Bitcoins were about $1,000. If I had 8 Bitcoins now, it would have been $1 million and I wouldn't have been representing myself in court. But they played a clip of me joking about my 8 Bitcoins. It was a running joke on my show because I no longer fucking had them. You know what I'm saying? And even the clip, you could tell I was joking. And they were trying to say I was hiding money and I had 8 Bitcoins. She knew they were gone from a long time ago. But so anyways, the first clip they play, they go, have you ever said anything bad about people that work at the courthouse or what? And the judge goes, whoa. He goes, hold on. He goes, if you're going to play something about me, I don't want to hear it because everybody knows people don't like judges, blah, blah. And he kind of laughed. Well, you want to know what they did? They didn't listen to the judge. They played the clip and it was funny. It was playing through the attorney's laptop and he had his volume too loud. So all of a sudden my voice just comes blaring into the courtroom and I'm yelling. I said, if I was evil, people like Judge Anderson, the judge that's right there above me, right beside me. I said, if I was evil, people like Judge Anderson and those cocksuckers, I'd be removing them from their families. That got blasted into the fucking courtroom. And I was like, oh, that's nice. And then they played all these clips out of context. Like, dude, it's a comedy show. And against a lot of it was serious, but you know what I'm saying? I use conjecture, hyperbole. I'd make, you know what I'm saying? Like they played a clip. Do you plan on leaving your children and never coming back? And they played a clip of me going like, oh man, I said, one of these days I'm just going to run away. So I'm going to run away and not talk to anybody. I'm like, bye kids. I'm going to be out in the woods. I'm not going to, they played that like I was going to go and like be away. They seriously played so much shit. And here's the thing. None of that stuff was actually entered into evidence. It was allowed to be played. We wasted like a fucking quarter of the day on shit that had nothing to do with what was going to be actually in the judgment. But it did create an unfair bias for sure. It shouldn't have been played. Here's the thing. They claim to care in Florida about the children. They claim to care about the children.
They don't give a fuck about them kids.
They don't want to hear from the children. they don't want to hear. Like they don't. You actually have to do like motions. You have to do things to try to get your kids to be able to testify. And then if they're underage, it has to be behind closed doors.
Yeah.
And that's what's interesting. So I had my 18-year-old daughter who could have testified to so much shit about her mom. And the judge argued against her basically testifying and like was an asshole to me and did not want to hear from her. And she would have been able to testify to so many things. Dude, this is the Pasco County system. One night my ex chased her, my children, my middle daughter specifically, with a laptop. Chased her out of the house, locked my 3 daughters out of the house. They called me at a comedy show and were like freaking out. Well, I had the restraining order at the time, so I couldn't go over there. And I'm like, call the cops. I can't do anything. You know, fucking that bad that sucked to be so defenseless that.
Yeah, right.
And again, some people say, go take care of your kids, but I also have to be there for my kids. You know what I'm saying? And I did fuck up by contacting their mom and being taken away a little bit, but I was still trying to be a decent person. But so they call the sheriff's office, deputies come, and I wish I had this body camera footage because the deputy actually told my children that even if mom hit them with a laptop, it'd have been okay because she's their guardian and they're underage. And my 17-year-old daughter at the time, actually she was overage. She was actually 19. She said like, what the fuck, bro? Like to the cop, and they're like, yeah. So mom's response to that, because they called 911 on her, she turned off their phones. Not only did she turn off their phone, she reported mine and our daughter that was over 18. She reported our phones lost or stolen. So we went and tried to get service. I tried to get service for my daughters and me, and they go, your phone's been reported lost or stolen. I'm like, it's right here in my hand. Right there's hers. How could that happen? And they go up. Well, we look. Mom, my ex, reported our phones lost or stolen. You can't use them again. You can't go and get service on them. You can't use that fucking number anymore. Not only did she do that, she went and to the DMV and she surrendered my license plate. I went to renew my plate. Both our names are on the registration. I went to renew it and they go, you surrendered your license plate. And I go, how did I do that? And they go, it says right here. And I go, it's on my van. I'm driving my van. How did that? They look, they have her driver's license number. She came in and this literally was in the government computer system at the DMV. It said, customer came in to surrender plate, does not have plate or the van, going through a divorce. And they allowed, so I was driving around in a vehicle that wasn't registered, wasn't legal or anything.
Gonna fuck you up real bad.
Yeah. And I'm like, how the fuck can you just allow that to happen? And I'm trying to think of a few of the other crazy, like just like the cops and everybody, they just believe the women. It blows my mind. But yet, when I'm talking to the nurse, when I'm going into jail, I shared my story with her just briefly. And she said, you wouldn't believe how many men come in here with that same story. That basically their wives lied or a girlfriend and it got them arrested. And it's very difficult. Like that man who... it's going to be hard to prove he's a thief, but the reality is he has to prove he's not a thief. Just like we have to prove we didn't actually do shit. And it's very difficult when the cops and everybody are on board. And all anybody had ever do was look at my messages. All they ever do, I never threatened her. All these laws and all the different restraining orders and harassment, everything is supposed to involve fear. And they can't just go in and say they're fearful. It has to be in a true sense, like, oh, I quit my job or I moved or, you know what I'm saying? Like she had control over our phones when I was contacting her and I got arrested for harassment. She could have turned off our phones anytime she wanted. She could have blocked me. Like just blew my mind. So I basically got arrested for contacting my wife and then contacting her again after that when I was told not to by the big bad government. And you should have saw the judge when I was trying to give like all the fees and all the fines and everything I had to pay because of this stuff. And he got so pissed off and was bothered that I contacted her, but he didn't really seem to care when I had the deputy come in and testify to her fucking lies. In our divorce trial, I had the deputy come in and testify that I didn't try to hit her. And the judge even wrote that in his judgment. But would there ever be a perjury charge? No. She basically was allowed to lie, fuck up my life, not only then, but for the future, because I'm a felon now and it's going to be very difficult. Like I said, getting a fucking house. Getting a house was hard. Getting a house was fucking difficult. My daughter wanted to get an apartment so we could have a pool because my daughters grew up in a nice fucking house in a nice neighborhood.
Right.
And so she wanted to still kind of live somewhere like she could have a pool, still kind of live, whatever. I got rejected from an apartment. I got rejected from another house because of my fucking felony background. And they don't look good. Stalking, harassment, criminal mischief.
Yeah.
Some people believe it. Like my PO now, Miss Jackson believes it. Miss Weeks didn't believe it as much. She said, "Oh, everybody has both sides of the story, their own story." No, the reality is that bitch lied. The government believed her, and the government is literally like, it fucked my life up very badly. Like I have a place now, but I make just enough money that it's basically to pay for the place and pay for utilities, and that's about it. Not that much money for food. And I'm going to finish with this. So I eventually got a judgment. I got awarded basically a third of what I should get. But she was given the caveat, if you can't get that money that you say you can get by refinancing the house, then we'll wait till your daughter graduates in 2 years. So she got another month until she has to pay me. Well, a couple weeks ago, they sent me an offer about $20,000 less than she owes me. I'm like, no fucking way. I know she has the money. So then a week later, they send me a picture of a $25,000 check. And they were like, you could have this money right now. Then in a couple weeks, we'll send you $70,000 from a loan we're going to get. But wait, there's more. I felt like I was on a game show. They had a picture of 5 10-ounce silver bars, which I would love to have silver again because I had to sell my gold and silver. But I'm like, where'd that $25,000 come from? Because you didn't access your 401k. So that lets me know you didn't access your 401k. So you actually have the money now. You can pay me. And where's that silver from? You were hiding assets because you didn't report that. And I said that, and I said, I'll accept that. But then I want the other 20,000 that you owe me in a couple of years when our daughter graduates. So she said, nope, we're going to have to wait till we sell the house. So right now I'm trying to get her bank records. And of course, her attorney objected to that. So I'm having to do more shit. But basically, I got fucked and I'm still getting fucked. Like she was supposed to pay me money and she's refusing to, and she's hiding assets 100% for sure. I found 8 bank accounts in different records, fucking 8. And I know 4 of them where we had 2 savings checkings. Those got canceled when we split up. Those 2 got started new. So that's 4 of them. Where's the other? What are the other 4? And there ain't no way you spent $275,000. This is how fucked up it is. She actually admitted to getting a boob job. She wanted fake boobs the whole time we were together. And here you go. I'll give you a joke for the this is honest truth. So when I first met her, she was like a healthy C. And after all those kids, she had 6 kids, like 4 for us and 2 times my ex was a surrogate. I said like 5 starters and 1 sub for a basketball team came out of there. But so when she had all those kids, breastfeeding and whatnot. So after a while, like her C's became barely A's, literally. They disappeared. And she wanted to get fake boobs. And I was like, no, I'm not interested. And she's like, come on, honey. You don't want my boobs to be back to when I was like 18 years old? And I was like, you've had 6 kids. I want another party body to be back to when it was 18 years old.
All right. Hey, Hootie, what you got to say about this?
Sorry, I ramble, man. But she got fake boobs. She admitted to that on the stand. I didn't have to ask her. I knew she did. That's the only proof of the money spending of the $275,000 that she brought to court was her fake tits. Nothing else.
And Walter says, some sad but good message of the story. Young men should pay attention. Okay, Hootie, what you got to say?
Hey, Walter, you need to quit cutting me with the sword. And I owe you an apology, Mr. Welch. You know what I'm saying? Because it is some good stuff you talk about. And I won't
It was a damn good story.
Yeah,
we could talk about 10 hours because I got some stories too. So you know what I'm saying?
Here's the thing, I could give you more. I think he stole a chicken from me. This guy he like kind of stalked me as a fan. I'm not fucking joking, man.
Like chicken.
He contacted me and he wanted to get an egg-laying hen because we had a bunch at the time, and I told him where he could get them. When I got in contact with his ex-girlfriend, I noticed in their messages they talked about check out this Craigslist deal. This lady had 2 pugs. She was giving away her 2 pugs for trade, but she wanted a chicken coop, 4 egg-laying hens, and a carton of cigarettes. And so this ex-girlfriend, she got 3 of the egg-laying hens. The boyfriend, who's now screwing my ex, He got an egg-laying hen, and it's one that we had missing. I saw a picture of it. I told the lady, I go, send me pictures of those hens. And she said, I go, that's our fucking hen. One day I just had a hen missing. I went out there. I was like, where's the little Lucky? Just gone. Anybody that's had chickens, usually if they get killed or taken, there's some feathers, there's some blood, there's some remnants of what happened. This chicken was just gone. Pretty sure he took it. We were on a cross-country trip.
He
and
stalked your ass and he
I came and killed chickens. Like, that's how delusional this, for real. We were on a cross-country trip. My ex's mom, my mother calls me and she's like, they're all dead. He killed him. He killed him. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? 10 chickens got killed. Anybody that's had chickens too knows that they don't all get killed. Usually one gets taken. Like they'll come in and like a raccoon gets one, the other ones hide, and 10 chickens just fucking dead. Some of them gone. Pretty sure he fucking killed them. Like literally, like there's so many things that so this is the guy that he claims that he's in the military. He's like some John Wick badass, does communications, does secret government work, all this shit. And she believes that. She believes she said like he does such secret work. Like he can't even take his phone to work. Well, he's at my house that I no longer live in all the time. He now lives there. He's never gone. He's there all the fucking time.
That's his house.
Yeah, it's his house.
But the thing about it is, see, the moral of the story is, if anybody listening, the courts are for the ladies. Regardless, you got to really record everything you do. You got to do that because look how this lady sit up there and lied. And as long as everything was going her way, it was cool. But as soon as he mentioned divorce, you think you're gonna sit up there and be fucking somebody else, and I'm gonna be sitting up there cool about it, this and that. No, I'm finna go fuck somebody else too, so I'm finna divorce your ass. But so she changed the story on that, like, and she want to play the victim, and the courts, the judges believe that. But see, now this is the thing about it is, and this is why I talk about your rap stars. This is why I talk about your rappers. Stop putting shit on records that you say because they can use that shit against you, just like they used that against him with his comedy, with his podcast he was doing. They use that, but it's a comedy podcast, so he could say something about that. I talk about everybody. So if
check this out, man. This is how. So
they gonna come at me about it.
How that attorney presented that, I like I said, I never got to law school, but I knew it was wrong. Because I actually got a little mini law school degree, man. When I was going through this, I watched so many YouTube videos. I was actually in law school classes. I watched a lot of lawyers. I watched a lot of hearings. I seriously did a lot of research. And I knew what he did was wrong. The judge actually reprimanded him and told him, like, basically what this is like law school 101. Their attorneys are fucking dumb. You got to know that too, man. They're all part of the same group. They all believe in the same magic. The judge was an attorney. If you're not an attorney and they're trying to represent yourself, they don't like that. They don't like, they take offense to that shit.
Excuse me.
And they treat you with disdain. Okay, if you don't know, when you're doing direct examination of a witness, like the first questioning, you can't ask leading questions. But when you're cross-examining, you can. You basically can give a question to where they're just going, yes. They're going along with like you can lead them to the answer. He was doing that to me. I objected, and the judge didn't give a fuck. Like,
no, because you didn't have no lawyer. You ain't have nobody representing.
I asked my ex while she was on the stand. I asked a question. Her attorney objected. She had already answered, and her attorney didn't like that she answered. He kind of wanted it stricken from the record. Blah, blah. The judge literally said this. A fanatical Bucks fan, if he's still in the chat, he can testify to this because he was there listening. The judge actually said, "It's okay. I wasn't listening anyways." The judge presiding over our trial actually said, "It's okay. I wasn't listening anyways." There's some things I had to like repeat and like really reiterate, and something as basic you couldn't understand. My ex, during the restraining order thing, our middle child was supposed to bring our youngest child to see me. Well, she eventually lived with me, so it didn't matter. But well, mom took her car away, so that couldn't happen. Not only that, mom took her car away, so she couldn't get to school and she couldn't get to work. She told her to quit her job. Well, I gave my daughter our van, and then I bought a little e-scooter so I could ride to work at 5 in the fucking morning, like 4.5 miles. And I tried to get that across to the judge. I was a caring parent. She didn't give a fuck. I made sure our kids got to school, got to work. I'm riding a fucking e-scooter, 4.5 months. He couldn't understand that I bought the scooter for me. He's like, you got it for your daughter? I'm like, no, my daughter had our van. I was riding the e-scooter. Well, guess what? That same scenario happened just recently. Part of the judgment, if my ex can't pay me and she can't get the money, and we wait for 2 years to sell the house, or if our daughter gets emancipated. So I told her attorney that, well, maybe we'll just have our daughter get emancipated. So my ex's response was, take our daughter's car so she can't get to work. You think you're going to get emancipated? You don't have a job now. How are you going to do that? And how are you going to get to school? You can't even get to school. She told her to walk. She lives over 2 miles from the school. So what did I do? I stepped up. I made sure that our daughter got to fucking work, made sure she got to school, got home from school. Meanwhile, mom's just doing whatever. And like the courts don't fucking care.
Exactly. Well, the time is going up right now. Patrick, don't hang up, because you know what I'm saying, we want to talk. Don't hang up after this though. But we're gonna give our shots out right now. We're gonna go to who. What you think about this situation? You know how it goes, and then we'll go to Patrick, then I close it out.
Yeah. Well, who? Well, for one thing, you know what I'm saying, this show, we family on here. You know what I'm saying? I can come on here, I can be myself, you know what I'm saying, and I can talk with you guys. You know what I'm saying? And we don't take offense at nothing. Zobo might tell me something. We go into character and make everybody laugh. But all in all, we have our serious moment, and this was a serious moment. Yeah, and I feel that this is purpose. I feel that this is my purpose, to get on here and tell what I done went through. Earlier, I was saying, I was joking around, like, yeah, man, you know what I'm saying, you're on here in Blase Squad, you was sent to me to do this, that. But all in all, as I sit and listen to you, you feel what I'm saying, you have a story just like mine. You follow what I'm saying? And my thing is to you, and I love you, brother. I embrace you like a brother. I hope we could talk after this and, keep on getting on. But I believe everything was meant to happen. If it wouldn't happen, it wouldn't happen anyhow. You done been through all the negative that you've been going through in the whole life. You got it wrong because you was mistaught, just like I was mistaught. But at the same time, as I listen to you talk, the same verbiage and phrase that I hear about the inheritance, about this and about that. You take an order, restraining order, that's an order. They telling you what you gonna do. You a grown ass goddamn man. You follow what I'm saying? You're a grown ass man. So what I'm trying to get at, brother, and we'll get into this because we ain't got that much time, is that God has everything in order. This is not our battle. Our battle is within ourselves, because we don't know who we are. You follow what I'm saying? Now, you were saying what your wife said, the daughter ain't gonna do. Did she come discuss that with you as you being the leader of the household? No.
Oh, well, that's what's interesting. There's no co-parenting going on whatsoever. So this has been a blessing in disguise. Like, I will probably live longer. I've lost like 60 pounds. I don't know if you've noticed though, but I'm skinny.
Yeah.
But I'm closer to my children than I ever have been. But I will always be, and like a lot of people that go through it, like I thought I was going to be with her forever, the family unit being broken up. I took pride in being together for so long, man, because especially the way this world is, man, like relationships and families are being attacked. And that's what's sad is I kept our relationship together for so long. And I said, I'm glad that I didn't do this years ago, like kind of step away for a little bit because she's not a good mom anymore. I couldn't imagine if my kids were young, but my kids were young. And that's why I left for the little bit that I did, because I knew they were old enough to handle it. But yeah, man, the kids are truly the most important thing. Like, and I'm glad they're all not on, I hate to say on my side, but they don't really like their mom anymore. My son doesn't really communicate with, I have a granddaughter. She hasn't seen her granddaughter in a year plus, I think.
Oh, wow.
I have a 7-year-old granddaughter that I just saw last night. I see her every week. Here's the thing. I actually put an effort. And mom didn't, like, you know what I'm saying? Like I will continue. I mean, look, I went to jail basically to try to keep my family together. That's how much I actually cared. And here's the craziest thing. So I always heard about unconditional love, conditional love, and especially being in the church and whatnot. But I never really understood what it meant until I went through this. Honestly, a couple years ago, the age of 46, man. My mom said it. She said, Shannon loves conditionally and you love unconditionally. And that was before I returned from Ohio to Florida. And I was like, wow. Like, I mean, I know the phrase and I know, but to actually truly think about it, like her love did come with conditions. You had to meet certain conditions for her to be appeased. And if not, then there were issues. And I'm not that way. Like, she did all this shit to me and I still love her. And I said, you know what would never, and here's the crazy thing. If she showed remorse and actually changed, I would potentially take her back, but the fake boobs, would always stop me. And also just the way disregarding our family and not caring. But that's the thing. Like, it sucks when you do love unconditionally because you almost become a punching bag at times because you allow, and it's not just with mates. It's with friends. It's with other family members.
Anybody, yeah.
It could be with your boss. It could be anything. It could be just a fucking stranger. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot of strangers out there that I feel like they treat a lot of people like shit. And I wish people would do a little pushback on them. So maybe they wouldn't be that way as much. I know I'm all over the place here rambling. You need to, I'll come join you again, Zobo, if you don't care.
Yeah. Don't hang up after we leave because we're going to talk. Who'll give you shots out real quick?
You guys check out goddamn Green Ridge, The Untold Truth. Check us out and support us. We're all family here. You know what I'm saying? Support us. That's what it's all about, support. You know what I'm saying? I enjoyed this show today because it was all about support. You know what I'm saying? Because God makes everything happen for a reason. You feel what I'm saying? He places people in certain places to make everything happen for a reason. You feel what I'm saying? So it's all about mental health. It's all about brothers and sisters helping each other up because it was back in the day, the people ran the government. Now I heard you say about, they make you scared. And I said this, and I said, you made a deal with them. You made a contract. Tell them what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Put your stuff in order like God have it in order. They done got to where they done took everything out of order. And now the women think they're running this and they're running that. And everything's out of order. You feel what I'm saying? So that's why I say, and I'm going to say this, and I'm going to get on off of it. Men, we need to get back down to the foundations. We're the men. Get back to the foundation and start handling your business. If she ain't worthy of you and she ain't trying to help you up when you down and hold you up, get the fuck rid of her. I don't give a damn if you done went down there to these people courthouse and talking about I done married her and this my wife. That ain't your goddamn wife if she out there sleeping with another goddamn man and give another man your shit. That's your bitch.
All right. You're going to run in our time. We running out. Look here. Next week, I think we're going to run this back next week. Same, but we're going to run this back because we deep in this conversation. So we got to have a part 2, part 3, part 4. You know what I'm saying? We got to run this back. So we're going to run it back next week. So, catch us next week. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to see if our guest's going to come back next week. And who we're going to run this shit back next week. And, go to KCE TV, download the app on every device you have right now. Go ahead, download, and go ahead and subscribe. No, just don't download.
That's King
subscribe.
Castle Entertainment, right? King Castle Entertainment.
Yeah, King Castle Entertainment TV. KCE TV. Go ahead, download, and check this out. See you next week, same time, same place. Hey, Patrick, don't log off. You know what I'm saying?
Mr. Wills.
Yo, peace.
Say it.
Hootie-hoo!
That's what I'm talking about.
TV is built for independent creators. Official launch date is October 31st. No gatekeepers, no algorithm, just raw talent and real exposure. Got a music video, got a feature or short film, dropping a new single. Submit your work and get featured on KCE TV, the platform built for creators who move culture. Watch exclusive content like Pretentious and Army Veteran battles isolation as his perceived arrogance pushes other way. Unks, a raw motivation panel led by OGs who lived the street life and now share wisdom, documentaries and more. Real stories, real voices, real impact. KCE TV will be available on Android, iPhone, Roku, Fire TV, Apple TV, Android TV, Chromecast, and Google TV. Don't just watch, be part of the movement. Subscribe to KCE TV and support independent creator who are changing the game. Submit your work, share your voice, own your spotlight. Visit www.kingscastleent.com/KCETV or email us at info@kingscastleent.com.